He thought she was just another soldier, but her secret could change the stars. Beginning. The hangar was filled with the hiss of hydraulics and the smell of machine oil. Lieutenant Marcus Dane, a field engineer for the 5th Colonial Division, crouched under the belly of a battered gunship. His hands moved with mechanical precision, sealing fuel lines, welding cracked plating, and coaxing life back into the wounded craft. Repairs were his world. Unlike the soldiers who carried rifles and marched into firestorms, Marcus fought his battles with torque wrenches and welding arcs. Every bolt he tightened, every system he patched together, kept men and women alive long enough to fight another day. That was how he noticed her. She walked into the hangar with her helmet tucked under one arm, the rest of her armored frame dulled with dust and plasma scarring. She was tall, lean, and carried herself with the wary grace of someone who had survived too many front lines. The insignia etched into her shoulder plate marked her as a sergeant, nothing unusual in a base filled with rank and file. But when she approached his workbench, Marcus found himself straightening without knowing why. "You're the engineer?" she asked. Her voice was calm, almost casual, but carried an authority that pressed on his nerves. "That's me," Marcus said, trying to mask the sudden thrum of unease in his chest. "What do you need fixed?" She held out a gauntlet, its power systems fried and its inner joints sparking faintly. "This is more complicated than standard issue. Can you handle it?" Marcus took the gauntlet. His brow furrowed as he turned it over. She was right, it wasn't standard. The circuitry was denser, threaded with rare alloys he'd only ever seen in top-grade experimental suits. Whoever she wasn't some ordinary soldier pulling grunt duty. Still, he forced a grin. "I'll get it working." Her eyes flickered in a way he couldn't place. Half relief, half something deeper, as though he had unknowingly passed a test. Middle. Over the next week, Marcus saw more of her. She came to him for adjustments, recalibrations, and repairs that didn't appear in any technical manual. Each time, he dug deeper into her armor's secrets. The more he learned, the more questions pressed at him. Her name she finally offered was Kaylin. She never mentioned a family name, nor a homeworld. She fought with precision, not recklessness, and yet there was something about her restraint, something that spoke of hiding her true capabilities. One night, when the base was quiet and most soldiers had turned in, Marcus lingered over the gauntlet she had left him. The inner systems weren't just modified. They were decades ahead of what the Republic's military even dreamed of building. This wasn't battlefield tech. This was the kind of craftsmanship whispered about in engineering circles. The lost technology of the Celestian dynasties, civilizations that had ruled the stars before the Republic even existed. Why would a sergeant carry such tech? The next day, when Kaylin came to collect it, Marcus couldn't hold his tongue. "You're not who you say you are." Her gaze snapped to him, sharp as a blade. For a long moment, silence stretched between them, filled only by the distant whine of machinery. Then, slowly, she placed the gauntlet back on the table. "Finish this repair," she said softly, "and I'll tell you something no one else in this base knows." He worked in silence, every spark from his torch echoing his pounding heart. When he handed it back, she flexed her fingers, and the gauntlet purred with flawless energy. "You're right," she said finally. "I'm not just a soldier." She leaned closer, voice dropping. "I am Kaylin Empress, last of the Celestian line. The Republic believes my people vanished centuries ago. But I lived, hidden, waiting." Marcus stared, his throat suddenly dry. "An Empress." "Not yet," she corrected. "But I am heir to a throne that could change the balance of the galaxy. And if they knew who I was, if the Republic or the Dominion discovered me, they would tear this base apart to claim me. The weight of her words sank into him like gravity itself. She had carried this secret into battle after battle, hiding her true identity beneath the armor of a common soldier. And somehow, by chance or fate, she had chosen him to trust. The weeks that followed grew heavier with tension. Rumors of Dominion scouts circling the colony reached the base. Patrols came back with casualties, and whispers of spies spread through the ranks. Marcus and Kaelin's secret meetings became both sanctuary and peril. He asked her why she stayed, why she didn't escape to the outer sectors where she could vanish. Because hiding won't change the galaxy, she told him. And the galaxy is dying. The Republic is fracturing, the Dominion is expanding, and soon every world will be ash in their struggle. My people once kept balance. I cannot watch in silence anymore. Her conviction shook him. He had always been a man of gears and circuits, not politics or destiny. Yet listening to her, he began to believe. One night, Dominion raiders descended on the colony. Sirens wailed, soldiers scrambled to defensive lines, and the base became a storm of chaos. Marcus was dragged into the frenzy of repairing weapons and patching systems, even as artillery thundered. In the midst of it, Kaelin strode to him, her armor alive with light, her gauntlet humming with power no ordinary soldier carried. "Marcus," she said, her tone urgent yet steady, "stay close to me. Tonight you'll see who I really am." Climax. The Dominion assault was relentless. Gunships rained plasma fire, and the base walls buckled under bombardment. Soldiers screamed, fell, and rose again. Marcus tried to keep his hands steady, but his gaze followed Kaelin. She didn't fight like the others. Where they fired rifles, she wielded arcs of energy pulled from her gauntlet, slicing through enemy armor with the grace of a storm. Her movements were too fluid, too commanding. Every soldier around her fell into rhythm as though pulled by her unseen gravity. Then the enemy commander arrived. A Dominion warlord, towering in his exosuit, marched through the breach with weapons glowing. Soldiers scattered. The Republic captain ordered a retreat. Kaelin stepped forward. "I am Kaelin, heiress of the Celestian dynasty," she declared, her voice carrying across the battlefield. "And I will not yield." The warlord sneered. "A forgotten bloodline. Nothing but myth." "Then watch," she replied, activating the full might of her armor. Her body blazed with golden light, ancient runes igniting across her plates. She moved faster than any human could, striking the warlord blow for blow until his exosuit cracked, sparked, and collapsed under her assault. The Dominion forces faltered, stunned by the sight. Soldiers of the Republic, Marcus among them, rallied with renewed fury. The tide shifted. The Dominion retreated. But the secret was out. Ending. When the dust settled, the base was alive with whispers. An unknown warrior had shattered the Dominion line. Her power was undeniable, her presence unforgettable. Marcus found her in the quiet aftermath, standing amid the wreckage with her helmet off, hair damp with sweat, eyes burning with quiet determination. "You revealed yourself," he said. "There's no hiding now." "I know." She didn't flinch. "The Republic will send questions. The Dominion will send assassins. My life is no longer mine to conceal." Marcus stepped closer. "Then what now?" She turned to him, and for the first time he saw not just the warrior or the Empress, but the woman, tired, burdened, yet unbroken. "Now," she said, "I claim what is mine. A galaxy needs its Empress. But I cannot do it alone." Her gaze held his, steady and fierce. "You have stood by me without knowing the truth. Will you stand with me now that you do?" Marcus had no weapon, no royal blood, No destiny carved into the stars. He was just an engineer who repaired broken things. But as he looked at her, he realized maybe that was exactly what the galaxy needed. "Yes," he said, his voice firm. "Where you go, I'll follow." A small smile touched her lips, rare and luminous. "Then together," she whispered, "we will change the stars."